Hey there, I hope y'all are hanging in there, doing all right. So, I have recently become quite a bit of a thrifter. I was not for a long time. I used to go to Goodwill, which is my thrift store of choice, maybe once or twice a year. I would get Halloween costumes there sometimes. And every once in a while I would shop for regular clothes. And I always came out with something that I really liked, but it wasn't my go-to for clothes. And now that I'm giving up fast fashion, it is absolutely my go-to for clothes. Obviously not right this second, but before and I'm assuming after the pandemic. So while I'm at home thinking and dreaming about thrifting, but not actually doing it, I wanted to share some of my favorite things that I have gotten from a thrift store in the past that I wear all the time. Because I think a lot of people don't understand the possibilities that lie within a thrift store. If you're willing to look for it. I found some of my favorite clothes at thrift stores. So, let's get started. The first item is this shirt that I'm wearing right now. I got this at a Goodwill on my very last thrifting adventure before lockdown. I was with my mom and I just picked this up off the rack and just held it up and she was like, "Oh yeah, that's you." And it is. I wear it regularly. It even made an appearance in my what I wear in a week from a month ago. I am so here for varied stripes where there's a pattern and not just stripes of the same size. I'm sure there's a word for this that I don't know because I'm not a fashion person, but that's just chef's kiss, my aesthetic. So next is one of the very first items I ever thrifted for myself, not for a Halloween costume, that I got a few years ago, and it is still one of my favorite shirts. It's this green striped shirt. I've worn it in many videos because for a while it was one of the only long sleeve shirts I had that I actually liked. I always thought that the greens above this bright green stripe were the same color, and they're not. They're very slightly different. So I discovered that maybe a month ago after having had this shirt for years. It's very comfortable and very warm, which is nice for the winter, but I think it is retired for the season right now because it is quite warm outside now. I'm realizing that everything else I'm going to show you is winter clothes, but oh well, I just love winter clothes. This sweater was a pretty recent thrift. I wasn't sure about it at first. The bold patterns intrigue me, but I wasn't sure if it was a little bit too English grandpa for my aesthetic. But I really enjoy it. And it is also nice and warm for winter, which it is not. I just live for primary colors, and this is primary colors plus a dark green. Here for it. And then this I got when I made a thrift with me video not too long ago. It was a while ago, maybe 2 months ago. This is probably my favorite long sleeve t-shirt, and it's because it has the stripe pattern where there's big stripes and little stripes, and that just, it's what I'm here for. And then my red coat, which I also got when I made my last thrift with me video. And it is so warm and cozy, and it's very large. It's very puffy, but I really enjoy it. It has just the right amount of whimsy, kind of, I guess. I don't know. It makes me feel like a little kid when I wear it, and I'd zip it all the way up, and I just feel so tucked in. And then the last on my list of favorite thrifted items is my Doc Martens. And these were very strategic. I knew that I wanted some Doc Martens because I didn't have any shoes that were even remotely warm for winter. And I knew that this was the aesthetic direction I wanted to go. I knew that they last a lot longer than boots I've had in the past that have just gotten shredded because they were like $30 boots from Target. So these are the ones that I ended up with. They're very much the basic Doc Martens. But I was very strategic with these. These are secondhand, and I went into a store that sold Doc Martens, and I tried some on so that I knew my size, and then I started scouring the internet for secondhand Doc Martens in that size because I knew that they are expensive, and I'm not super into purchasing leather items firsthand. I don't mind wearing leather, but I would prefer to get leather secondhand. And so I found these, and these actually, they're secondhand, but they were unworn. They, like, all these little wrinkles in the side and stuff are from me wearing them. They were pristine when I got them from Facebook Marketplace. So I don't know what the story is there, but I am a huge fan. I'm a Doc Marten convert. They're very comfortable and very functional. And I didn't really have that much of an issue breaking them in. I know other people have said that it's such a pain to break them in. But the only spot I had was like on the heel right here, rubbing on just one of them. And it wasn't that bad, and it didn't take that long to go away. So it was not a big deal for me. But I think that I might adopt this strategy that I had for the Doc Martens for lots of other things, because there's so many websites like Depop and Poshmark where you can look things up to get secondhand items by brand. If I found a fast fashion item that was just the chef's kiss aesthetic, I could look it up on one of those apps and buy it secondhand so that I'm not supporting fast fashion. But yeah, it's something to think about while trying to get clothes secondhand, and it's technically something I can do right now since it's all online. So that's it. Those are the things I pulled out of my closet, and I was like, yes, these are the best thrifted items I have. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like because it really helps support my channel. And if you're not subscribed to me already, if you enjoyed this video, I would encourage you to do so. I make new like lifestyle-y videos every Thursday, which often are talking about like clothing and my aesthetic. So subscribe if that's something you're interested in. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next week.